Okay, welcome everyone to the team call tonight. I'm Whitney, just kidding. I'm Janelle. I'm taking a place with Whitney. So, okay, so we are just gonna get started, and it's gonna be a little different tonight because we're gonna watch a training from Venetia that she did earlier. Today is Venetia's birthday, so she did not jump on. So Lacey, you're gonna give the testimonial. Okay, so we start off
right now.
With, is that the order? Lacey with a health testimonial, and then we're gonna do a product highlight with Tia. And then Callie's gonna do a health tip, and then we're gonna watch a training from Venetia that she did earlier today, but she couldn't make it tonight. So, and then we'll have a couple questions after about the training, and then we'll be done. So we might get out of here early tonight. So, okay, Lacey, let's hear from you first.
Hey, so I looked into this whole gut health stuff starting back in 2010 when my daughter was 3 and she was like a year before, maybe a little longer than that, had been diagnosed with autism. And so her guts were a mess. And I was sent some videos about the GAPS diet and how the GAPS diet is super focused on gut health. And there were some videos of before and after of these kiddos with autism that were functioning so much better a year later after their guts were in better shape. But that was like doing it a very, very overwhelming way to a mom that's going through anxiety and depression at the same time. Trying to think about your 3-year-old autistic child that's, I mean, you hear of tantrums with other kids. Well, just like put it on steroids times 100 with these other autistic kiddos. When they have a meltdown, it's like hours and you feel like the worst parent in the world because you don't know what to do. So you're already dealing with overwhelm, trying to think of getting the kid that's trying to not eat anything but like bananas or yogurt to try to get them to eat sauerkraut, right? Not gonna happen. So don't you love that I'm in my bathroom right now? It's like, gotta find this place of solace right here. So anyway, I was already dealing with depression and anxiety myself. I lost 20 pounds I couldn't afford to lose. I was like a walking skeleton, like, you know, that constant adrenaline rush that you never can get rid of when you have anxiety. And then you just don't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like eating. I didn't feel like doing anything that I enjoy because my depression was so rampant and the anxiety. You just feel like everything's going to make you sick. Everything's going to be detrimental. Anyway, so I started seeing these posts that Whitney would make, and I would, it piqued my interest. And then in 2017, a few years ago, she messaged me actually about the business side of it. And we're kind of, I don't know, I was in a place where I just feel like I want to do something. I feel like I could do more, you know? So got my welcome pack and I was excited to try the products because I knew what it could do for gut health. And boy, was I surprised. Day 2, I felt like $1 million. Like I was just had that energy that could go on for days and just that stabilized energy. So, and long story short, no more of that anxiety, no more insomnia, no more crazy sugar cravings. Oh, and my cycles got regular. Hello, thank you. That was a very unexpected surprise, but I was about to have an ablation done and I didn't have to. So raise the roof. The last 3.5 years have been normal and that's such a blessing. And oh man, I don't have nightly headaches anymore. I used to like have a bottle of ibuprofen on my nightstand and I'd pop those suckers every night and don't have to do that anymore either. So, and my daughter with my autistic daughter, she doesn't have her crazy gut problems anymore. She used to only sleep like 2 hours a night, like awful insomnia. And then her anxiety is gone too. So it's just been such a blessing all around. I probably talked way longer than I was supposed to. I just realized that. But anyway, hopefully that helps someone that's been praying for some help.
No, thank you. That's seriously so amazing. It's the biggest deal when it helps our children. I mean, we love it when it helps us too, but when it helps our children night and day, it's like crazy-ish.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. All right, so let's move on. And I can't remember the order now. Who's next? Do you remember? I think it's Callie.
Is it me?
I don't know. I'm guessing. Let's just go with that. What do you? Oh wait, no. It's actually Tia first with the product, and then Callie with the health tip. Okay. Tia, you're on mute.
I did unmute myself and then I touched it again and it muted me again. So Tava asked me to do the product highlight and I really just didn't know what to do. And then I got to thinking what would be something that hadn't been talked about probably in a while. And then I started thinking about Thanksgiving. And so then I started debating on between block and balance because everybody is now going to start wanting to, indulge in a little bit of goodness. So I chose balance right here. And so I don't know a lot about balance, but I looked and I started writing down some notes. So I'm just going to kind of tell you some things that I had read. So what you'll do is you would take 2 capsules of balance, 20 to 30 minutes before your large meal. So this balance is an advanced formula and it provides a glycemic support and carb control, which I don't know why I don't take it on a normal basis because, sometimes I will still have like something. I guess you don't really think of like potatoes or I don't know why when I think of potatoes, I think of a vegetable, even though I know that's not really a good vegetable, not the best vegetable to have. When taken daily, balance can help some of the negative effects of carbs and sugars, so the body doesn't absorb all of it. That's one thing that I love about block, but I also love that about what I'm reading on balance. And so the benefits, I'm just going to read off 3 benefits that they have. That it has, and it delays digestion and reduces absorption of the carbs and sugars that you intake. It supports weight management and reduces the calorie intake. So the difference between block and balance, because I know that there's going to be people that are going to ask that. The difference is like block you can take when in those cheat meals, if you want to say, and also get that where it blocks the carbs and sugars, but this is more of keeping a balance for your, every day of what you're putting into your body. So then that way it will help reduce that calorie intake from the carbs and sugars. It is gluten-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO. And the ingredients are all extracts. So there's white bean extract, a common bean. And when I read about that, it came from the cranberry beans. It's an extract from that. Cinnamon bark. And I love that when they explained about the cinnamon bark, that it's more concentrated than just sprinkling cinnamon on your oatmeal. So I thought that was really awesome that you can eat the cinnamon on your oatmeal and it's not going to really do what this ingredient does. And then it has mulberry leaf extract. So with the holidays coming, this would be a great product to have for the next 2 months. If you want to, kind of have some sugars and carbs because of the holidays. So there you go.
Thank you, Tia. Yeah. Does anyone know if we can take them both, or is it more of like you don't take them both, you kind of choose depending on what you want it more? Does anyone know?
I have no idea.
They
That's
are
good.
completely different ingredients, so you probably could take them both and it would be different. So
Yeah, they would probably work different ways.
yeah.
And I only say that and agree with you just because of how it helps with the glycemic support.
Yeah.
Just kind of balancing that, whereas block is just going to help.
But usually, I mean, technically it's supposed to be like the upgraded version. It's supposed to work better, the balance.
Yeah. And on a daily basis. So it's not one that you can just like, oh, I'm going to have a cheat meal. It needs to be something that's taken daily, from my understanding, more of a consistency and not just whenever.
Perfect. Okay. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. So Callie, we're going to hear next from you. Don't touch.
Awesome. Where did Lacey go? Did she leave us? I had a question for her.
She's there. Yeah.
Hey, Lacey, my question was, when you were talking about your cycle, did you start with the triplex?
Yep.
Okay. I have a daughter. I'll talk to you about that later. Okay. So my health tip, I asked Whitney if I was supposed to talk about products or what, and she was like, no, whatever. And this has been something that's been just kind of like burning in my brain, probably because it's like preaching to me only, but clutter and your health. So for me, like if my house is a mess, I can't focus on any, I used to be such a clean freak, and it was just, I don't know. So I did a little bit of research on it because my house has been such a mess, and I was like, I cannot focus. But it says it plays a significant role in how we feel about our homes, our workplace, and ourselves. A messy home and the workspace often leave us feeling anxious, helpless, and overwhelmed. And so I thought I was the only one dealing with this, but as I dove into it, I was like, oh, this is a thing. This really does affect people. So an article that they did some research in 2009, they found levels of stress hormone cortisol were higher in people whose home environments were cluttered, and they had low subjective well-being. They were unhealthy eating, they were poor mental health, and they were less efficient in visual processing, less efficient in their thinking. So I looked at another article just to kind of see what, how they kind of differed back and forth. And the other one said, our brains like order. Our brains like order, and they have to, that constant visual reminders of disorganization drains our cognitive resources, reducing our ability to focus. Visual distraction of clutter increases cognitive overload and can reduce our working memory. And I don't know about you guys, but like if I start organizing and get, things, I feel better. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I do feel better. Even if it's like a drawer or a cupboard or something like that, I feel like, whew, I can, I know it sounds weird, but anyways, so that's my health tip. Go clean a cupboard.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. I do notice that when my house is cleaner, I tend to work better. But one thing I do want to mention, which I do think it's important to, declutter, is not use as an excuse to not work your business, which is, I think, something really important. So I feel like time blocking your day, like give yourself 30 minutes and do something small each day so that you can stay on top of it. I always like the beginning of the year because I do one room a week and I declutter that room, and then eventually you get the whole house. So it's kind of cool. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So we're going to do this training and I have to share my screen. It's from Venetia. So bear with me as I get this ready. And you might hear my son in the background, and I'm really sorry because he is not being quiet at all. Can you guys see that well?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
November 18th. It's my birthday, which is why I am doing this beforehand and you're watching a video and I'm not live with you. So I'm out to dinner right now, and I wanted to bring to you a training around customer service. So I assume everyone that's watching this is a business builder of some sort. It doesn't matter the size of your business. If you have one person on your team, you are a business builder. And what I always tell my wholesale ambassadors, whether they choose to be business builders or not, is that the difference between Plexus and GNC or Walmart or Costco or wherever people buy their supplements from is me. I'm the difference. You are the difference between a big company where they can buy their supplements from wherever or online and Plexus. So in saying that, I was going through my back office the other day and I noticed some orders. I look through orders. So if you click on your team, you can click on orders or order status. I always click PV first to bring everyone's order up to the top so I don't have to scroll through. We call them white lines from back in the day. They're no longer white, but the people who don't order. So all my orders are at the top. And then you can click on them. You can click on the order status. There's a blue hyperlink on there. And if they have more than one order, you can click on the little check. It's like a cross by their name, and then it'll bring you all the orders up. So I click on that and I go through people's orders and I see what they're ordering. And this does a couple things for me. It helps me to see what they like. And I use it to help save people money as well. You would be surprised. People who are not like Plexus focused and like on the business and doing things like that, they will just go in and order what they want. And a lot of times they don't take the time to look to see what a better buying option would be for them. So for example, I have a wholesale ambassador that I pulled up just last night, and I noticed that she was buying the kids' vitamin and the kids' microbiome drink separately or a la carte, however you want to say it. It's $26.95 each. The combo is $40. Most of the time, combos save you money. Most of the time, the combos save you anywhere from like $3 to $8. That combo saves her $14. I don't know about you, but if I'm saving $14 every single month and someone points that out to me, I'm very grateful because over time, that's a lot of money. If she buys that every month, it's a lot of money. So I just send her a message and I say hi to her and I talk to her and I tell her, you know, if you can put that on there as a combo, you're going to save $14 a month. Now, obviously, if she only needs one, then she orders one. But I went back into her history. And so how you do that is you click on that cross again, and you click on view team, and you can see all their order history. And she's been doing that like 2 or 3 months. So I didn't catch it sooner, which I need to do better about going in every month and looking at people's orders. But I've made that a practice of mine of going in and periodically looking at orders and letting people know how they can save money. I had one person that was buying 2 Slims every month and a ProBio 5 and a BioCleanse, all separately. I told her that she should be putting one of those in combo form and then the extra Slim. Or even the double Slim combo and then the extra ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. Whatever it may be, you can help people and be that customer service for them and help them save money. And we are all business builders. I said that at the very beginning. If you help people save money, they're going to remember that. And I bet you're planting seeds. All of us, we're all planting seeds. So you have to remember that you plant those good seeds, and when it gets down to the time that they are ready to share, they're going to want to share with you because you have helped them save that money and do those things and all that stuff. So you just have to be there to be the customer service. We want to tell people about, like we just had the launch. You send out the things about the launches and letting people know. So I've been sending people again, went through their orders. Everybody who orders Microbiome Slim, and even some that don't, if they order HC, I'm telling them about the cherry lime Slim that's still available, because you never know. And it's at a cheaper price point because it's half a bag. People are going to be excited about trying something different. They'll put it on their order. I have a couple of people that only order a bag of Slim. So I'm going to tell them about it. Ordering that extra half a bag of Slim will take them up to 100 PV. So you providing the customer service to your people in those different ways, and I'll give you a couple others in a second, is going to really help you in the long run as well. You have to remember that we help people by building them up. So we build them up, they build us up. And that's just how it works in network marketing and even in life. And so a couple of the quotes that I really, really like, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Some people are being laid off. Some people, they don't know how long before they might get laid off. If you save someone money, even if it's $5, you made them feel special. It's just how it is. And even if they don't need to save the money, maybe they take that $5 and go get a Starbucks drink, or whatever it may be that they like to spend money on. An extra gift for someone, an extra gift for themselves, whatever it may be. That is something that they will enjoy. I don't know anyone on this earth that doesn't enjoy saving money, which is why I think that one's huge, and I keep talking about it. And then another quote that I like to go on: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You coming at them, that's going to help them, is you caring about them. And so when you're doing your IPAs, which you need to do, and reaching out to people and new people and stuff, but you want to also make sure that we're always, always, always taking care of the people on our team. So that's a couple of things that you can do. Let me think of some other things real quick that I wrote down here. So saving money, launches, and anytime that you can think of something. So I had another person who, this one kind of goes back to saving money too, but she wants to order Vital Biome and X Factor Plus every single month. And for me, that does nothing. Sometimes we have people like that on our team. However, I told her about perk points, and I told her about saving money on shipping. If she combines those and gets 2 every other month, she's gonna earn perk points. She just has to push it off every month. She does have to go in and push it off every month, but some people would like that. They like the idea of every couple of months that I order, I can get a free product. She can try new things. She loved that idea. Now, it's not for everybody. Some people don't want to go into their back office, but it's not up to us to make that judgment about them. We just give them the information. Again, help them. She loved that she would save money. She loved that she wouldn't have to spend money every single month. And she loved that she would be able to get perk points because she's ordering every other month, and it's on her convenience order. So those are some different things that you can tell people about. We just have to stop being so nervous about telling people about these things, because it's not always something that we have to make a judgment about for other people. Just allow them. You're giving them the information, and they take with it what they want to do with it. Now, I've told people in the past about saving money, and they don't change their order. That's not up to me to make them do it. I give them the information, and that's all we can do. You provide the customer service, and they do with it what they will. Now, sometimes maybe they won't do it right away because they don't want to go in there and change it, or they're busy, life gets busy. You can drop little reminders for them. It may not be intentional. Maybe they do want to save the extra money. Maybe they don't care about it. You just never know. It's our job to just provide that customer service. And there's so many different ways that we can do it. I think after the video, you guys can talk about a couple other different ways that you can provide customer service. I know Janelle probably has some ideas. I don't know who else is on here. Lacey. I know Whitney's not on tonight. So there's gonna be ways that we can provide that customer service and provide that extra touch so that people always remember us and remember how we made them feel, and just making it so that they'll always think about us when it comes to new launches and things, because if it's something that they can replace, they know that Plexus is a very good company. That's why they continue to order. They know that you are a very good support. And they just like it. And so if we have something that can replace what they're already ordering, they're going to do it. People do business with people a lot of the time, not necessarily companies. So remember that they joined with you, I should say. And Plexus is an amazing company to have behind us because of the customer service that they provide to us. And we just have to allow that to trickle down to our wholesale customers and even our subscription customers who aren't necessarily ambassadors. But you provide that good customer service to those people, and one day they might be good ambassadors. And all about relationship too. Relationship building is customer service. And so just remember that. You know, most people are selfish at heart. So you want to, ask them about their kids, ask them about how they're doing in the pandemic, ask them about different things. It doesn't always have to be about Plexus, but customer service is key. And I hope that you guys got a lot out of that. And I'll see you next week. Have a good night. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Okay. All right, so she asks us a question. Does anyone else have any other ideas of like some good customer service things that you've started doing?
Well, just today for me, let me turn my face on. I don't know if you guys have noticed with the people you're helping get the lime black cherry slim, because it's a manual order, right? And they go in and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting it for free because I've got all this money on my Plexus wallet. Have you guys ran into that?
Some people, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So then they get excited. Then after that, I'm like, oh, okay, now while you're at it, let's go to your virtual office and let's look at your Plexus perk points. Because I would like to know, maybe you gals know a different trick, because when I go to my Plexus perk report, like my dad had 1,450 perk credits, and it never shows up on my perks report. I don't know how or why it doesn't show him on there, but I'm like, there's got to be a lot more people that I'm not seeing.
Well, it doesn't ever show us their perks credits, only if it changes. We see.
Well, I mean, I know it says that they have some that we can strike a conversation with, like if not.
So the perks reports are only if someone changed theirs to a lower thing, or if they're in risk of losing them. They don't tell us everyone's perks credits.
Oh man.
So if someone has a lot and they just change theirs, then we'll see it, but we won't see if what like the normal people have. So, I mean, that just gives you another chance. Like, we really are supposed to touch everybody once a month. Like, that would be a great question to ask them, because we can look at their order and then also just like touch base with them and just say, hey, I mean, we haven't had this conversation in a long time, but just wondering how your perks credits are going. Did you see there's a new product, blah, blah, blah. Like, have you been getting your, your kickbacks on your products each month? How have you been using that? Do we need to set up it to your bank account, or, we've got the new Slim, you can use that, stuff like that. Yeah. So those are like a bunch of options you could do, because we should really be touching everyone at least once a month. I feel like when they first join, you need to be touching them at least once a week, maybe twice if they need more help. And then at least every month, depending on, if they're happy wholesalers, you don't have to be reaching out to them every week, but at least once a month, you should be checking in on them. So I don't know if you all do that, but that would be another part of customer service. of checking in with every one of your level ones and just seeing how they're doing. So I try to check in on them either, you know, personal and plexus wise each month. So I touch everyone at least once a month. So
Callie, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so Callie wanted to know how to check to see how to see what they've been ordering. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
always do the points and rank up.
Mhm.
And then loading. So we're on this month. So like she said, she clicks on the PV, right?
Yeah, just so everyone goes, you might have to click it twice because I think it puts the 0 first. So click it again.
Oh, okay, cool beans. Okay, so let's just go to, okay, so say they have multiple right there, Kelly. We're gonna go over to their name and click on that little positive.
If they don't have multiple, you could just click on that link right next to it. But if they have multiple, you have to go this way.
Yeah, it's easy if they have just one, but this gal, she made 4 orders. Okay, so then I just click on that and it will show what she ordered on each one. So is that clear as mud?
And you could actually go to view team and then order history, and you can see every order they've ever ordered if you wanted to in the past. And then you could go to over here to the left. No, over left. Right there. Left. Right there. Order history. And then you can view what they've ordered since day 1. And it'll do all of their orders.
Wow. See, I did not know that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where I go a lot of times to see like if someone hasn't ordered in a few months and if they did what they ordered. And then if they fell in love with something, I'm be like, oh, you know, I know you fell in love with a triplex, you know, you took it for a year straight, you know, and then they just stopped taking it. And then you just kind of figure out like why they stopped and what happened and just kind
that's
of
cool.
Relationship there.
Oh, sweet.
So is there any other ideas that anyone else has? I feel like just actually being a friend to someone. And I really do think that touching in with everyone at least once a month is a really good starting. And that's why Venetia did see it, because she checks in with her people. I get that sometimes it can get crazy and it can get hard. And if you don't catch them this month, you need to definitely make sure you catch them next month. But if you space it out and only like, for me, I have a very large team. I've got at least 50 level 1, not 50, but you know, like 50-ish people that I have to reach out to. And so reaching out to that many people in one day is too hard. So, you know, 2 to 3 people a day. So, and you just put it on your list of things. And if you just keep that kind of, you know, same people you reach out to the same time. And sometimes they reach out to me and then I don't have to go back and reach out to them. So.
Can I ask, what do you, because I send like a message with the product of the month at the beginning of the month and just, you know, like what's going on. But do you, and then I, you know, of course, try to reach out about personal things, but I'm guilty of not always reaching out about Plexus if they're a happy wholesale ambassador who's just, you know, been doing their thing for, you know, a year or more, and they've got it down. So what do you say?
Well, first of all, I don't know. Are you in Momentum Movement? I really do a lot of similar things. I really just have a conversation with them. I just check in on them first on a personal note and then transition into a Plexus and just say, you know, I'm wondering how you're doing. Like, is there anything, and just talk to them and see if they are having any struggles or if what things that they're loving. And then I usually, you know, if they're loving something, then I'm usually asking them. I was like, oh, do you have anyone in your family that's, you know, that's struggling right now too? And I usually transition to something like that and they'll either say yes or no. And I just kind of take the conversation there. It's just asking, because if anyone's happy wholesaler, I mean, we should be asking them if they have any friends and family, because they know that these products work if they've been taking it for a year. Ask them like, what are they seeing? What are they loving? Like, what are some changes? Maybe even ask them to share a testimonial on our team page. Like, what if they have an amazing testimonial and you don't even know? And then ask them to share in our team call, like, hey, would you be willing to share that testimonial with some of my friends? They'd love to hear it. I know will help a lot of people. And then you can transition and be like, wow, your story is really amazing. I bet you there's a lot of people that could really need that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of just depending on how the conversation goes right there. You know, a lot of people, sorry, it's distracting to like talk over him. He likes to be heard. So yeah, that's kind of, I can't really say exactly, just build a relationship with them, see how their life's going, see how Plexus is helping them, and then move from there. And I mean, I literally ask them every month, how are you feeling? How are things going? Are you being consistent with your products? What are you loving about your products? How's your family? How's the holidays? Like that, those are like basically the questions I ask. Okay, look at,
One of the things that I got off of one of Brooke Hemingway's podcasts, I think, is she said, try not to say like, how are you feeling? Like, where can they just like, oh, good. You know, she wants to know like how, you know what I mean? Tell me the nuts and bolts of like, you know what I mean? And that kind of struck out at me because I'll often just say, how's it going? You know,
and they just say
and
good.
that's, yeah. So that kind of, it was interesting.
Yeah, but dig in a little bit deeper because a majority of people will not tell you. Yeah, like, I'm fine, I'm doing okay. And then they're really just like struggling, or they're seeing great results and they're not, you know, you just have to dig a little deeper, I guess. So
yeah.
Perfect. Well, if anyone has any other questions or any comments or anything, we'll let us out a little early. Is it normally 45 minutes or 30 minutes? I don't even know. I'm sorry.
45.
Okay, then it is out early. So you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and Black Friday's coming up. All these fun things is next week, Thanksgiving. So.
Oh, I have a question about that. Do we usually have a Black Friday sale for Plexus?
So rumor has it there might be something, but we already have a really big sale. So let's cross our fingers. I have no clue. I mean, I've heard some people say there's rumors about it, but who knows if it's true. So we won't, I think we find out typically on Thanksgiving, like what the sales, or maybe the day before, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So last year it was like 20% off collagen or something, or Joyome, and it was already like, it was like $20 off, like the welcome packs, but we already have those sales going on. So who knows what it'll be. Maybe they'll launch the lean and the slim again. Maybe they'll launch combos.
That would be great.
Yeah. Hopefully we can all get it before then so we can tell everyone how awesome it is.
Heck yeah.
All right. All right, ladies, you guys have a wonderful night. I got to go put my baby to sleep. So you guys take care and thanks for jumping on. We'll see you later. Okay.
Adios.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.